stop. Take a deep breath. Imagine it's 5 years from today. You are walking into your dream office. You've just closed a massive deal, or maybe you're leading a team of hundreds. Now, can you describe that feeling in English without stuttering? Most people freeze when asked about their future. They get tongue-tied because they try to translate big dreams into small words. Today, we are going to give you the vocabulary of a visionary. Let's build your future, word by word.
Hello, and a truly magnificent welcome back to day 22 of our 60-day Spoken English podcast. Wow, Sam, what a way to start. And a huge congratulations to all of you listening. Do you realize that we have officially crossed the 3-week milestone? 22 days of showing up, 22 days of breaking through those barriers, and 22 days of building a version of you that speaks with purpose. Absolutely incredible.
If you've been with us since day one, you've traveled from the basics of stop saying myself all the way through banking, hospitals, and even the art of persuasion. But today is about the North Star of your life. Today, we are mastering the language of ambition.
Think about it. The most common question in any professional setting, whether it's an interview for a dream job or a casual catch-up with a mentor, is, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Most people get tongue-tied because they try to translate complex dreams in real time. Words start flying at them at 100 miles per hour, and they lose the gist of their own vision.
In this massive 3,800-word deep dive, we're going to use the wisdom of our sources to dismantle that fear. We're going to cover the visionary mindset, the I'd like versus I want distinction, and we'll even role-play success using the real-life triumphs of Natalie and Alice from our story.
So, sit up straight, imagine your best possible future, and let's find the words to build it. Absolutely.
Let's start with segment 1, the visionary mindset, dreaming extensively. Sam, why do so many people fail when talking about their future goals?
It's because they try to be too perfect, Ishani. They treat their future like a grammar test, worrying about every will and going to until they stop speaking entirely.
Our source, Ollie Richards, tells us that the primary benefit of extensive learning is exposure to content that you actually enjoy. When you think about your future, you should treat it as a story you are already living. If you spend all your time in intensive study, analyzing every tiny nugget of grammar, you will never have the flow required to talk about your long-term ambitions.
Wow. Think about the difference. In an interview, the recruiter doesn't want to hear a perfectly conjugated verb. They want to hear the gist of your ambition. Can they follow the main idea of where you want to go? If they can, you have already won.
As our sources suggest, the feeling of ambiguity or I don't know every word for my career is completely normal. To speak about your future goals, you must be a strong, independent English learner. You must be willing to skip the difficult parts in your mind and focus on the finish line.
Look at Natalie. She is very observant and curious. Because she spent years extensively studying art history, her proficiency gradually emerged. When she was offered her dream job, she didn't just have a list of words, she had a story of success.
To think fast about your future, you need a brain that is integrated with English. When you read or listen extensively, like listening to this podcast, your brain starts to see difficult career grammar as normal.
So, before we get into the phrases, I want you to make a mental note. Your goal today is completion, not perfection. Tell the gist of your dream. That's the starting point of every great career. Absolutely.
Now, let's get into segment 2, master the 5-year question, the language of intent. The recruiter leans forward and asks, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
This question is a test of your intent, your politeness, and your precision. Let's use our linguistic notes to build the perfect response.
Number 1, the I'd like versus I want distinction. In our dialogues, Margaret introduces Dr. Smith by saying, "Mr. Wilson, I'd like you to meet Dr. Edward Smith."
Listen for that D sound in I'd like. It stands for I would like. In professional goals, saying I want to be a manager sounds like a demand, but saying I'd like to be in a leadership position, wow, that sounds sophisticated and professional.
Number 2, the power of hopefully. In Dialogue 1-1, Professor Austin says, "Hopefully I will be able to answer your questions." When talking about the future, hopefully is your best friend. It shows you are ambitious but also realistic.
Hopefully, I will have managed several major projects by then, or hopefully, I'll be an expert in my field. It adds a layer of humility that recruiters love.
Number 3, syllable stress. If you say your goal is to be an economist or a curator, you must hit the stress correctly. Economist, stress on the second. Curator, stress on the first. Development, stress on the second.
If you misplace the stress, you disrupt the gist of your answer. It's like a song with the wrong beat.
And number 4, using just for future impact. We know just is usually for the past, but you can use it to describe a milestone you want to have just finished in 5 years. In 5 years, I'd like to have just finished my senior management certification. It makes the goal feel very specific and tangible.
Absolutely. Instead of a vague, I will be successful, you were giving them a professional journey. Wow, can you feel the difference? Absolutely.
Let's move to segment 3, career ambition practice, role-playing the dream. We're going to look at Natalie and Alice who actually achieved their goals.
Scenario A, the dream offer. Natalie's goal was to work in a gallery. When the director, Amelia, offers her the job, she says, "I wouldn't hire a new curator without checking their records, and yours are impeccable."
Impeccable. That's a 10 out of 10 word. You can say, "I want my professional record to be impeccable in 5 years."
When Natalie accepts, she uses the phrases we learned. "Wow, I appreciate it, Amelia. It's a real honor." In your career, use "I appreciate it" instead of just "thanks." It shows high-level emotional intelligence.
Scenario B, the career switch. Alice was a writer who wanted a big break. When she gets the offer, she says, "Are you serious? That's my dream."
It is okay to show excitement. Use phrases like, "I'm a big fan of the direction this company is taking," or "I'm looking forward to growing with this team."
Let's practice some sentences together. Repeat after me. In 5 years, I'd like to be leading a department.
Hopefully, I will have gained enough experience to mentor others.
I want to ensure my work is always professional and hardworking.
I'm looking forward to the challenges of a senior role.
Absolutely. These sentences are the blueprint of your future. Think about Lawrence Windsor. In his speech, he says, "I sincerely hope that they bring happiness to everyone." Your goal should be about how you bring value. That is what a real visionary does. Absolutely.
We have reached the end of day 22. Wow. Today we learned the difference between I want and I'd like, we mastered the heartbeat of syllable stress, and we learned why extensive learning is the secret to a stress-free career conversation.
You are now a visionary speaker. Absolutely. Here is your Day 22 challenge. I want you to record a 2-minute video titled My 5-Year Vision. Minute 1, start with, "I'd like to talk about where I see myself in 5 years." Minute 2, use the word hopefully at least twice and describe one impeccable goal. The closer, use I appreciate your time to finish.
Listen to your recording. Are you hitting the syllable stress? Is your intonation right? You are 1/3 of the way through, and you are already speaking like the person you want to become.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Keep your eyes on the gist, keep your I'd likes ready, and keep being awesome.
Stay ambitious, stay confident, and as always, happy learning.
Thank you and good night.
Bye-bye.